with Corey Macklin right here, ready to go with USWA Championship Wrestling. Welcome back.
Oh, thank you. Good to be back. Good to have you back again today. Jeff Gaylord, the Missouri Tiger, is going to be back. He's been gone for a few weeks, been on a real winning streak, but he's back here today. Also, the return of some names I think all you fans will recognize. Wolfie D is back. And a guy who lost a loser leave town match some time ago. The time is up. He's back. Mike Samples will be returning right here.
All of that could be trouble, and I'll tell you, we've got some interesting bouts coming up today. Tags and singles and lots of it. What do you say we get going and see if we can't get it underway?
I'm with you.
All right. We'll be back in a moment.
What happened to the lights?
It's just a power outage, Dad.
What was that?
It's just Bart eating a Butterfinger.
Ooh, and it sounds like he's right over here. Oh, how about a bite, little buddy?
Well, okay, Homer. Just one.
Hey, this tastes just like a dog biscuit.
Get a crispity, crunchity, peanut buttery burst in every bite of Butterfinger.
Nobody better lay a finger on my Butterfinger.
We at Sega Sports are pretty happy about the response to our new sports packs. One comes with a Genesis, NFL 94, 2 controllers, and a seat cushion. Or get one with a Game Gear, a deluxe carry-all bag, and World Series baseball. Or pick one with a Sega CD and Joe Montana's NFL football. And all 3 sports packs are specially priced, but we're only making a limited number, so you better get yours before things get ugly.
Unforgettable.
Nothing brings back memories like your hit parade from Time Life Music. You'll get legendary artists like Perry Como, Joe Stafford, Nat King Cole, Doris Day, Johnny Mathis, the Mills Brothers. And the memories begin with 24 all-time hits from 1954.
Hey there,
Rosemary Clooney,
you with the stars in your eyes.
the Chordettes.
Mr. Sandman.
Call now to get 24 of your favorite hits from 1954 at the special price of just $9.99 for compact disc or double-length cassette. Then audition other great hit parade albums, each for 10 days free.
Use your credit card and call 1-800-258-8855 or send $9.99 for 1 cassette or 1 compact disc plus $3.50 shipping and handling to Romantic 50s, P.O. Box 2001, Murray Hill Station, New York, 10156.
Fans, this bout is scheduled for 1 fall and 10 minutes in time. First introducing at a combined weight of 440 pounds from Louisville, Kentucky, Jerry Faith and his partner from Boulder, Colorado, the Colorado Kid. Their opponent at a combined weight of 490 pounds. First introducing, says he's from every woman's dream, Reggie B. Fine. And his partner from Glen Allen, Virginia, Leon Downs. 1 fall, 10 minutes in time. Back to Lance Russell, Dave Running.
Okay, definitely the size will be on the side of Reggie B. and Leon Downs as Jerry Faith making his first appearance. He'll be starting out. We're ready. Bell time. Here we go. Jerry Faith, Reggie B. Fine starting it out. Beautiful move. Went around behind. Took Big Reggie down and put him on the mat, David.
Jerry Faith, a young wrestler, but he comes highly recommended. Say, keep your eye on this young fella right here. He's a star of the future, and maybe not the not-too-distant future either. He's looking pretty good so far against Reggie B. Fine. Reggie is a notorious slow starter. Matter of fact, he'll delay. He'll take all the time he can, but he didn't have a chance today. Jerry Faith went right to work on it.
And he takes it, moves that wrist lock around behind. Reggie makes the tag on the Colorado Kid. This is a young fella who has been impressive in his opening starts. One of the things you got to say about the young guys is you love to see the ones with the enthusiasm in there that really get in there and go at it. And Colorado Kid rams the shoulder right in the midsection of Reggie.
One of the few young wrestlers who list himself as being from the state of Colorado. He's very proud of that fact. I don't know if the fans noticed his warm-up jacket when he came out. It's a Colorado Rockies jersey. And he's from Colorado. First time we saw him, he was dressed in the green and gold at the University of Colorado.
Yes,
and proudly proclaims, I'm from Colorado. That's why he calls himself the Colorado Kid.
Standing side headlock on Reggie B. That's not a good one because Reggie is so large. Going for the sunset flip. He got him off the feet. 1, 2. Leon Downs making his first appearance, even though it was not a legal one. Now he'll get the tag, and that puts him in there with the Colorado Kid. Leon out of Virginia. Lanky. He's about the same height of Reggie, maybe a hair shorter, but hooks the leg. Has 1, 2. Couldn't get him down.
Great move by the Colorado Kid as he flipped over to the ring, gets the tag on his partner. Here's Jerry Faith back into action. He started this match and looked really good. Leon Downs forces him back, then across the way, lets him go by. Oh, and he ran into the boot. Well, that's a mistake of youth right there.
Be interesting to see how this pair survives in the tag team wars, and that can be a brutal war to say the very least. They look very good opening up here in their first time together in USWA Championship Wrestling. With the arm, taking it over and down, makes the tag over to the Colorado Kid. And he stays with that arm, but Reggie pounds him down with a broad arm. Puts him on his knees on the mat. Colorado Kid needs to learn how to move and roll. When Reggie backed up for just a step in there, he's staying there that tight. He's going to get hurt just like he did then. A right hand whip across the ring. A shot and Reggie misses. Reggie's still a little slow, I think, Dave.
Boy, he sure is, and he also can't react very quickly, as we saw right there. Colorado Kid needs to turn this to his advantage, and there's a good move. Go to the corner, get the fresh man in here. Here's Jerry Faith. Together, they whip him into the rope. They double up on him, coming off of there, and a cover by Jerry Faith. Oh, Leon Downs, boot to the forehead, breaks it up. The count of 2 was falling, but the match continues.
Leon's got that move down, Pat. He's been in there a couple of times with that boot to the head to break up a count. Reggie into the rope, hangs on as he comes off. Hammers that big broad arm right in the middle of the back of the Colorado Kid. Calls for Leon Downs. Downs comes in without benefit of tag. Jerry Faith coming in there, telling the referee they don't belong in there together. And in the air, Leon off the second rope. Drops that leg right across the face of the Colorado Kid.
Colorado Kid in trouble. Here's a cover by Reggie B. Fine. Count of 2.
Yes.
Yep, he called for the bell. The 3-count fell. I thought for a moment Colorado Kid maybe was able to break it at the last second, but the referee said, nope, that's the 3-count. That's it. Reggie B. Fine and Leon Downs. Well, they violated several rules along the way, but they get the win here.
And they do, in fact. We've got more wrestling action coming up in a moment. Interesting meeting between the Eliminators and the Spiders that we're going to be covering for you.
And Bert Prentice has got a lot of explaining to do, too, when we come back.
You better believe it.
History teaches primordial perspiration shouldn't mess with one's style. Thus, new Red Guard Pure Power Clear Gel. It's clear without flaky white stuff. New Red Guard Clear Gel. Anything less would be uncivilized.
Dave Thomas is thinking about the perfect cheese for Wendy's new chicken sandwich.
So I'm thinking mozzarella.
Really? My first choice would be Munster.
It had to have just the right flavor.
How about Camembert?
Over mozzarella? No way.
Dave, think Gouda.
And it had to be delicious. Introducing Wendy's Mozzarella Chicken Supreme. A whole breast filet cooked golden brown. Mozzarella and a creamy Parmesan sauce.
Still thinking Gouda?
Not anymore.
Try to get up, Homer.
I can't.
Too bad, man.
Why, you little crap.
Crispity, crunchity, peanut buttery Butterfinger.
Nobody better lay a finger on my Butterfinger.
Line dancing is the most popular dancing around. Diane Horner has sold over 1.5 million videos.
We took the most popular, most requested, and most fun country dances and put them all in this special 3-pack video collection.
Now, you can get the very best of Diane Horner's country dances in this special TV offer. You get all the most popular popular dances like the Achy Breaky, Ski Bumpus, Country Strut, Ladoo Shuffle, and more.
These are the greatest country dance videos I've ever seen.
There's a whole video's worth of dances for beginners, another for the more advanced, and a bonus video of special dances. Plus, if you order right now, we'll include this step-by-step guide absolutely free. Diane Horner's very best of country dancing 3-pack video collection and free dance guide is only $19.95.
To order, call 1-800-351-4700 or send $19.95 plus shipping and handling to the address on your screen. Call now, 1-800-351-4700.
You mentioned before we went to the break there, Dave, that Bert Prentice has got a lot of explaining to do. Now, let me set up this match. We had the Spiders going against the Eliminators for the tag team titles with the agreement that if the Spiders lose it, they're out of town. I mean, they're out of the territory.
And Bert's in the Spiders' corner.
Oh, yeah, Bert's in the Spiders' corner, and he was so confident, he said, I'm going to be with the champions. Yes, sir, I'll be managing a champion. We didn't know exactly what he meant. Let's take a look, and maybe you'll get an idea. Leapfrog over, and a DDT move on Saturn. Cronus clotheslined over the top rope. Out of the ring goes the Spider. Saturn was going up, had his man set up. He was knocked off by Bert Prentice. Knocked him into it. Count of 1, 2, 3. What is this? The bell sounds at 12:25, and Prentice, turning on his own man, now throws Kevin Christian out of the ring. And Bert Prentice joining forces apparently with the Eliminators, and the Spiders, who had it going well, are now being shellacked. There's a pile driver with a spike. Prentice splashes down on the Spider number 1. Again, here's the spike. They've already lost the match. The bout has ended. 12:25. Eliminators retain their title. Look at that Prentice. For crying out loud. What a turncoat this son of a gun turns out to be. Reaches over and grabs the Eliminator's hand. The official time, 12:25. And the winners and still the USWA Tag Champions, the Eliminators. Kevin Christian still out on the floor. And Eliminators kicking the Spider number 2 out on the floor. They're both down on the concrete. The most appalling thing, though, as the Eliminator digs into his tights, pulls the money out. Great, Bert. Boy, I got to tell you, that's real character.
Once again, I tell no lies. I am managing the World Tag Team Champions like I said I would, honey. And what this is called, it's called the 1994 Bert Prentice Take No Prisoners Tour through the USWA. Because, honey, I'm back the way it should be and the way it's always been. Eddie Gilbert a couple of weeks ago came out and said, "Do you imagine how I had to pretend for 3 weeks to be Brian Christopher's friend? I've been pretending for 8 months, and I'm sick and tired." All the fans coming up. Give me a hug. Are you kidding, honey? You'll never touch his beautiful body again. And then I have to come out here and talk to the most overrated wrestling commentator in the business. But what this means, Jerry Lawler, it's time for you to be afraid once again. Brian Christopher, it's time for you to be afraid. You know, Jerry Lawler's been the unified champion on 14 different occasions. 11 times you lost that belt. I was in the corner against you, and I'm going for every belt. I have 2. There's 2 more to get. Monsters, go to the ring. It's time to party, honey.
This is Bert Prentice, stick a knife in the back type of the tour.
You love me, and you know
that, sure. Prentice heads to the ring as the Eliminators, and non-title bout. Let's go to Corey.
Tag team action. 1 fall and 10 minutes in time. First introducing, weighing in at a combined weight of 500 pounds from Memphis, Tennessee, Chris Frazier and his partner, the Spellbinder. Their opponents at a combined weight of 555 pounds, the USWA Tag Team Champions, wrestling out of Boston, Massachusetts, Saturn and Cronus, the Eliminators. With manager Bert Prentice, 1 fall, 10 minutes in time, tag team action.
Okay, Corey tells you who they are. We're going to see what they can do. We're looking at Kevin Christian, the referee. Across the ring over there is Chris Frazier and the Spellbinder, and that is Saturn starting out for the Eliminators as he's going against another well-muscled guy in the Spellbinder.
The Eliminators world champions, as Bert Prentice said. This is a non-title match. Spellbinder, boy, this guy has really been looking good recently, too. Don't count him out of this match here. His partner, Chris Frazier, over in the corner. But look at the move the Spellbinder just put on him. Eliminators may, if the Eliminators have looked past this match, they could find themselves in trouble here today. Oh, look at this. Spellbinder taking on both of them at once.
Firing that big right hand into Saturn's chops and makes the tag now to Chris Frazier. Frazier has been around 3 or 4 years now, maybe 5 years, and he takes a shot upside him. Boy, did he nail him.
Man, that boot, he had the boot 6 feet off the mat as he popped him in the head with it. Wow.
Over the top comes Cronus, a double whip, double shoulder, and down goes Chris Frazier, and Bert Prentice making himself totally obnoxious. I cannot get over it. It's one thing to be just a flat-out-and-out crook so that everybody knows it. But when you come in there and sneak in behind and then turn your back on somebody that supposedly you're not only friends with, you're managing belly to belly. Chris Frazier pumped down by Cronus as Cronus nailed him hard into the mat. Spellbinder needs to get back in that ring right now.
Yeah, you know, you're talking about Prentice. I guess knowing him over the years, we shouldn't have been surprised. But yeah, he said for 7 or 8 months, he had been around. Nice guy, doing some charity work, all sorts of things. And then, to take no prisoners is what he says. And then all of a sudden, the money, the green got to him. And he turned on the Spiders like that. But now he's with the world champions. He figures he's going to make even more money on their winning.
Well, Bert has always been the best friend that money can buy, and he is exactly that. Saturn down hard at the throat, and the referee starts the count. He breaks it quickly, but not before he ended up doing some damage to Chris. Chris Frazier has not been warmly received in there.
Well, Chris badly needs to get a tag on the Spellbinder, and the Eliminators are determined. They're making the smart move, like it or not. They're keeping Chris in there, keeping him away from the tag. Oh, look at this. Biting him, choking him.
Cronus goes right for the forehead as he starts biting away on Chris Frazier. Yeah, normally what we would do is we would say, well, that's good, smart wrestling tactics for a tag team to keep the guy that's injured in there. Sometimes it's difficult to chew on that and say it when you're talking about somebody like the Eliminators connected with Bert Prentice, but it is good wrestling.
There's a big right hand that knocks Frazier off his feet. Any thoughts Chris had of getting over to that man looking across? The Spellbinder are eliminated right there. Chris is just trying to keep from being pinned now.
Missouri Tiger Jeff Gaylord joining us back in the USWA, and I'm looking forward to that match with Doug Gilbert. There was a good move by the Eliminators, although it was 2-on-1, which doesn't surprise me. You got to give these guys their credit when it comes to wrestling. They do make some very good moves in there. And if that doesn't work, hire Bert Prentice. He'll take care of the rest of it.
Get that third man in the corner.
Yeah, you bet I'm saying the truth about you. Whoop kick by Saturn off that top one. 1, 2, 3. That's all. So, the Spellbinder started out with some pretty snappy moves in there, but Chris Frazier really was never able to get it going as the Eliminators teamed it up together, Dave, and did their number.
And as we talk about, they kept him in there the rest of the way, finally had him wore down to the point where there was no chance he was going to break out of the cover. The count of 3 fell, and now Bert Prentice is with a face-off with the Spellbinder here.
Yeah.
And they're look at Bert holding the referee out of the action as the Eliminators are about set to go. Here's the Missouri Tiger in here. That'll even it up. And now all of a sudden there's no confrontation. The Eliminators are slowly inching their way out of the ring. And look, they're not going to turn their back on the Missouri Tiger either. Bert is saying, come on, time to go. Time for lunch.
Little change of temperament right there as the Eliminators, when it was 2-on-1 on the Spellbinder, all 4 jumping over and pounding on him. And then when Jeff Gaylord came in to make it 2-on-2, that's a different story entirely.
There's the indication from Bert Prentice that, yeah, okay, you've got this situation here, but I'm not going to get involved. And Jeff, welcome back, and thanks for coming in.
Thanks a lot, Dave. You know, those Eliminators think they're really bad and really big. But you got to remember this. Spellbinder and myself are really bad, and we're really big. And I think that gold would look good around our waist. What do you think?
Are we announcing a tag team here, or are we? You got to keep us in suspense a while on something like that?
We're always open for any opportunities, and I sure would like to get a piece of those Eliminators. That's for sure.
That's an interesting thought. These 2 guys together going for the World Tag Titles. Yeah, we'll kind of keep that in mind, and let's see if that'll develop somewhere along the way. We're going to be back with more from the USWA coming up right after this.
For hours, you've been studying statistics, and you feel you're about to become one.
Into the seed.
I think you're mistaken here.
What is the probability of drawing a blue marble?
The test is probably going to
Since Twix gives you chewy caramel twice, milk chocolate twice, and that cookie crunch twice, you get one great snack
I don't want to go to summer school.
after another.
It's a major breakthrough in auto protectant technology. Formula 2001 Super Protectant. It provides a more brilliant, longer-lasting shine than Armor All on vinyl and leather. And look, in the Arizona desert, Formula 2001 brought back the shine to UV-faded vinyl. Rubber, even leather. Get the new standard in automotive protectant technology. Formula 2001, with 50% more active shining ingredients than Armor All. Get Formula 2001 products today.
Once in your lifetime comes the magic of truly great music. Loved by millions around the world, these are the greatest romantic melodies of our time. Today's most memorable and relaxing hits. Piano by Candlelight. On 3 cassettes for only $19.99 or 2 compact discs for just $24.99.
Use your credit card and call 1-800-392-4566 or send $19.99 for 3 cassettes, $24.99 for 2 compact discs, plus $4 shipping and handling to Piano by Candlelight, Department 142, Box 1322, Buffalo, New York 14205.
Yes, got a single match coming up here in just a moment we're looking forward to with Doug Gilbert and Jeff Gaylord. And here comes Doug. Dave?
I'm going to see if I can catch Doug on the way to the ring right here and get a comment or 2 from him. You got a tough match coming up here, several coming up in the not-too-distant future, but you're facing Missouri Tiger coming up here in just a couple of minutes.
Dave Brown, I've got something much more important to talk about instead of the Missouri Tiger. what I've got to talk about. I want you people shut up. What I've got to talk about, Dave Brown, is a little boy that's jumped into a man's world. Wolfie D, every time you come out, all of these little girls go, yay, Wolfie. We'll see Wolfie. But what you have done, you have got into a match that you really don't want to be in. Because, Dave Brown, you can tell these people, and you can agree, or you cannot. I am the former USWA heavyweight champion, right or wrong.
You are the former USWA heavyweight champion.
So what that tells you is I have beat Brian Christopher, and not just beat him, I've beat him on any occasion that I want to. But what is old senile Eddie Marlin trying to do? He says, to get back to the USWA title, you have got to go through Wolfie D. Well, Wolfie D, you're the biggest nothing since Brian Christopher. What you don't do, Daddy, you don't step on Superman's cape, and you don't mess with dangerous Doug Gilbert. So what I'm saying, all it is a step for a stepper, and I'm a big stepper, Wolfie D. So after this week, you know Brian Christopher's got the Dream Machine. Well, the Dream Machine will beat your brains out, Brian Christopher. So, as soon as I get through with Wolfie D, I will be the USWA champion one more time.
Have to win the belt in the ring, and I think the word former is key here when referring to USWA champion. The former champion, Doug Gilbert. Dangerous Doug steps into the ring. His opponent has arrived. Let's go to Corey for the official introduction.
Thank you, Dave. 1 fall and 10 minutes in time for this bout. First introducing from Lexington, Tennessee, at a weight of 245 pounds, it's Dangerous Doug Gilbert. His opponent from St. Louis, Missouri, at a weight of 258 pounds, the Missouri Tiger, Jeff Gaylord. 1 fall and 10 minutes. Kevin Christian is the referee.
Okay, we're ready to go with the match we've been looking forward to. Bill time as Jeff Gaylord, we saw a little bit earlier. He came out here when the Eliminators were going to double team after a bout was over with. The Spellbinder, and Jeff came out and evened things up so that the Eliminators decided it was about time to leave, and they left with Bert Prentice. Doug Gilbert, Jeff Gaylord, collar and elbow, and Gaylord, big, strong kid.
Oh, he sure is. And Doug Gilbert didn't even want to talk about Gaylord. He wanted to talk about the match coming up with Wolfie D. But I'm telling you, Gaylord has been on a winning streak here the last few months. And Doug Gilbert may find himself in much more of a fight than he bargained for today.
I think what really irritates Doug Gilbert is that Wolfie D came back into the USWA, and there were a lot of people hollering for him, and as Jeff went flying into the ropes, one of the ropes sagged over there, and he went down, and Gilbert took advantage of it. Oh, big, bad mistake right there. You can't do that with Doug Gilbert. He comes in belly to back, picks him up, and dumps him down hard as he put that suplex backward on him. Slammed his shoulders and head down into that mat, and Doug Gilbert picks him down in a DDT.
Well, Doug Gilbert yelled, "That's what wrestling's about." He said that could be it right there. Well, he didn't go for the cover. I don't know if it could have or not. But he is making the point that Doug Gilbert is rugged and tough. And does he deserve a shot at the USWA title? Well, probably. But the fact is, you got to win the match in order to get the title shot.
Doug Gilbert undoes some of that tape on his wrist. Look out, Jeff Gaylord got it wrapped around him. The referee, Kevin Christian, is shielded away from the activity. And now he confronts him, rips that tape off of his wrist, but not before it did its intended chore, and that was to choke Jeff Gaylord. Look at Gilbert. He ripped it. Oh, Sample took a right hand. He nailed him with 2 lefts and was getting ready to score with a right when Gaylord clocked him. And Doug Gilbert came back. Now he goes for the eyes, reaches them across. And here's the whip. Missouri Tiger using that foot to the midsection.
Bringing that boot to the midsection. Now he's down in alignment stance. He charges. Doug Gilbert knocks him off his feet. Doug goes flying into the ropes. Whipped in there. Gaylord, look at this. Picks him straight up over his head. Holds him high in the air and then just dumps him. Look out. Eliminators and Bert Prentice nail Jeff Gaylord from behind. It's 3 against 1. They're jumping up and down on the Missouri Tiger, all 3 of them.
They're taking every advantage they can, and look at Prentice holding the referee back as Jeff Gaylord being pounded by Doug Gilbert and the Eliminators, and here comes the Spellbinder and Wolfie D. Wolfie going after Doug Spellbinder. Goes after Cronus, and now that again, when it's even odds, Dave, 3 on 3, there go the Eliminators.
Yep. Coach Bert Prentice over there saying, well, it's time for us to go now. You're right. When you even it up, these guys want no part of Wolfie D, Spellbinder, and Jeff Gaylord. But I tell you what, they're going to have to face them not too far down the road here. Doug Gilbert got out of here immediately as Wolfie D came after him as he stepped into that ring. Yeah, that's what Wolfie says. Where's Doug Gilbert now? Well, he's gone. Winner of the match is going to be Jeff Gaylord by disqualification.
Yes, sir. Mike Samples will be reappearing in the USWA in just a moment. Back.
Now, Ace Ventura Pet Detectives on video. Taste it.
Yummy.
Smell it.
Do not go in there. Woo!
Buy it. Ace Ventura Pet Detective. Now for sale on video. Rated PG-13.
In a world of flat chips, what do you call crunchy baked shells surrounding smooth, creamy fillings? Role models. See why combos taste better? What do you call a hole in a crunchy baked pretzel? Room for improvement. Spicy mustard combos, filled with creamy spicy mustard. See why combos taste better?
Ooh, my little buddy's sleeping like a baby. He won't mind if I take a bite of his crispity, crunchity peanut.
I told you, Homer. Nobody better lay a finger on my Butterfinger.
Hi, I'm Christy Thomas for the Keepsake Minute with a stunning diamond ring you're going to love. This is the personalized Keepsake Diamond Rose Ring, a gorgeous creation of solid sterling silver, pure 24-karat gold accents, and a genuine keepsake diamond. This exquisite ring will also be monogrammed with your initial for that personal finishing touch. And look at this fabulous price, 6 easy payments of just $19 each. Again, a brilliant keepsake diamond set into a rose accented with pure 24-karat gold on a comfortable band of sterling silver. I know, Mom said girls shouldn't buy jewelry for themselves, but hey, it's time to make our own rewards. The beautiful keepsake diamond rose ring, monogrammed with your initial, so it's always yours and yours alone. Call now. An extraordinary value at 6 easy payments of just $19, backed by that 100-year-old keepsake guarantee of excellence. My time is up. The phones will remain open, and I'll see you again on the Keepsake Minute. Bye-bye.
Well, Bert Prentice is back, I see.
How can anything get more exciting than this? But I have a special surprise today. I have a phenomenal athlete I want to present to you right now. Very, very dear friend of mine. Has a great wrestling mind. And he's been training, and now he is a superb wrestling athlete. And the last time he was here, you idiots did not treat him with much respect, but you're going to love him this time. I'd like to bring on my friend, Mike Samples. Come on in, Mike.
Yeah, well, you hear the response for Mike Samples. Last time Samples was here, he claimed he was going to try to take over the USWA. He did not succeed, I'm happy to report. But I see, Mike, you are back here. Let me just say that the last time Bert came out with glowing introductions of some new wrestling talent in the area. A week ago, he just turned his back on them for cash, so keep that in mind.
Well, the more things change, the more they remain the same. And that's an old saying, and I want you and I want all the people watching TV and all you people, and yes, even Bert, to know this, that I don't care what happens, who turns their back, who doesn't turn their back, or who wants to see me do whatever it is, because nobody, and that includes you, and that includes everybody else, tells me what to do. I've got one purpose and one purpose only, and Bert has asked me to come here as a special favor to him because I never thought I'd be back in this pipsqueak area, and I'm here to take over once again in the ring the way it should be done and cause a lot of pain. And I want you to remember this and everybody else. So think about this tonight before you go to sleep. Guns don't kill people. I do.
Well, yeah, welcome back, Mike Samples. Bert, you just caused nothing but trouble this week. Aren't you happy? I am very unhappy. Mike Samples is back. He's got that same attitude that he had before. Here's Corey with the introduction.
Thanks, Dave. This bout is 1 fall and 10 minutes in time. First introducing at a weight of 302 pounds from Dyersburg, Tennessee, Freezer Thompson. His opponent went in at 266 pounds from Dallas, Texas. It's Mike Samples. 1 ball and 10 minutes in time.
Boy, this Samples, last time he was here, he ended up with some stock in the USWA, and we came that close to working for Mike Samples, let me tell you, but thank goodness that didn't happen, and he ended up losing a loser-leave town match to get out of here.
You know, I listened to Prentice stand out there talking to you, Dave, saying, I want to bring in and introduce to you a very good friend of mine. And after what we have seen with Bert Prentice, all I can tell you is, if he's a friend of yours, you better keep the car running, baby, because you never know when you're going to have to get out of Dodge in a hurry.
You are exactly right. Freezer Thompson in trouble here. Freezer outweighs Mike. He's much bigger than Mike is, but Samples, oh, look at her, a little reversal by Freezer Thompson. Just as I was about to say Freezer's in serious trouble, he takes control with a standing wrist lock.
And Samples found a cure for that as he rips a right hand into the midsection, puts Freezer down on his back, gets a little warning from referee Kevin Christian about using that fist. Trivial matter to Mike Samples. It's the Uzi you got to look out for. This guy is a bad sucker when he wants to be, and that's when he wakes up in the morning time. Freezer whipped into the rope, and the backdrop. Mike Samples drops down with a big elbow.
And Freezer Thompson is now in trouble. Samples doesn't go for the count of 3. Instead, he talks to the crowd, to the referee, now drops down with the upper arm again. Man, doesn't even try for a cover. I don't know if he could have held him down or not, but he picks him up, trying to insult Freezer. Oh, my goodness. Well, that didn't work. Freezer was going to try to sunset flip. He's down, count of 2 and 3, and that's it. Mike Samples has the victory. Freezer had the idea of going with a sunset flip, but Mike Samples was able to block him. And Mike Samples, in his debut back in the USWA, opens up with a victory.
Big, strong guy going against a big, strong guy, and Mike Samples is the one that came out victorious in it. We've got still some more action. You're going to see Brian Christopher and Wolfie D together a little bit later. Back in just a moment.
We at Sega Sports are pretty happy about the response to our new sports packs. One comes with a Genesis, NFL 94, 2 controllers, and a seat cushion. Or get one with a Game Gear, a deluxe carry-all bag, and World Series Baseball. Or pick one with a Sega CD, and Joe Montana's NFL Football. And all 3 sports packs are specially priced, but we're only making a limited number, so you better get yours before things get ugly.
For hours you've been taking their tickets and can't take them anymore. Since Twix gives you chewy caramel twice, milk chocolate twice, and that cookie crunch twice, you get one great snack
Will you tell me when my mom gets here?
after another.
How would you like to catch more fish, bigger fish? Now you can with a revolutionary picture-perfect lure from Home Shopping Showcase.
We decided to make a lure using a photographic image of a bait fish.
Picture-perfect sonic vibrations really attract fish. Call now to try picture-perfect lures in 3 fish-catching colors, and we'll also send you the Line Sickle, a $9.95 value absolutely free. The Line Sickle cuts line, sharpens hooks, and hones knives. See how this fish actually chooses the picture-perfect lure. If picture-perfect isn't the best lure you've ever tried, just send it back for a full refund.
First day we used it, we hooked 2 big springs on it.
We love the lure. Try it.
Fishing has never been easier. Call now.
For faster delivery, use your credit card and call this toll-free number now to try Picture Perfect Lure, or send check or money order for $24.99 plus shipping and handling to the address on your screen. We'll also rush you the Line Sickle absolutely free. Picture Perfect Lures are not available in any store, so call now.
Back on USWA Championship Wrestling. This bout to the expiration of our time. It is a single bout right here today on USWA Championship Wrestling. Making their way to the ring area to combine weight of 460 pounds from Somerset, Kentucky. It's Dan Childers and his partner, Ali Ben Khan. Their opponents at a combined weight of 429 pounds from the hood, Sir Whoopie D. And his partner, the USWA Heavyweight Champion from Memphis, Tennessee, Brian Christopher. Exploration of our time here on USWA Wrestling. Back to Lance Russell and Dave Brown.
Okay, Corey, we're about ready to get this one underway as soon as they settle it down to one-on-one bell time. Here we go. Starting out, Ali Ben Khan going against Brian Christopher.
This one should be full of action right here. You got the USWA Heavyweight Champion in there right now, being double-teamed. Dan Childers from outside was holding him up. Look at this. He doubles. Brian goes under and puts them both down on the mat. Great move. Brian Christopher counted 2. Only 2. Whoopie D replaces him. Man, I don't know if I can keep up with it.
I'll keep your place warm while you're getting thrown off. Beautiful drop kick as Brian Christopher rattled Ali Ben Khan with that drop kick good and then went after Dan Childers.
Blindfold match coming up in the next few days, and we had one of them over here at the desk, and Whoopie D has, maybe I should say this quietly, Whoopie D has borrowed one up there.
Yes. I'm going to be interested to see where it shows up. You know, looking at Christopher and Wolfie D, Dave, these guys, I guess, are what you call the new breed. There's a lot of similarity. Physically, they're both in very good shape. They're tough kids, and they have total, absolute confidence.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Absolutely.
They just think they can beat the world by themselves, and they do a pretty good job of it.
And Whoopie D has slipped that hood on Ali Ben Khan, so he can't see where he's going or what he's doing. Brian Christopher says, okay, here you are. Meet Sir Wolfie D. Wolfie popped him. Look at this, all 4 of them in the ring. Boom! Childers and Ali Ben Khan run together right in the middle of it. Cover. Brian helps out. He got it. 3 count. It's over. The first fall goes to Brian Christopher and Sir Wolfie D. I guess we better check time. We'll be back in just a moment.
The secret power of Tai Chi. It's the ancient Chinese fitness program that began 2,500 years ago. Now, learn how to reduce stress and boost your vitality with David Carradine's Tai Chi workout video.
Hello, I am David Carradine, and for 23 years I have studied Tai Chi to help achieve total harmony of mind, body, and spirit.
Let David Carradine show you the benefits of Tai Chi in improved strength and endurance, greater energy and vitality, improved balance, flexibility, and muscle tone, plus much more.
I've been teaching aerobics for years, and I came to Tai Chi because I wanted to increase my flexibility.
And now I'm more mobile in my 40s than I ever was in my teens.
Since I've been practicing Tai Chi, I've never felt stronger or healthier in my life, and I'm more at peace as well.
David Carradine's low-impact Tai Chi workout is a dynamic, life-enhancing program where you set your own pace. Best of all, David Carradine's Tai Chi workout is perfect for men or women, young or old, no matter what shape you're in.
Tai Chi was the discovery of my life. I prefer it over aerobics.
I like Tai Chi because it's wonderful for my energy, it strengthens my back, and it gives me great flexibility.
So, let me be your personal trainer to help you unlock the secret powers of Tai Chi.
David Carradine's Tai Chi workout on VHS is $19.95 and not available in stores. To reserve your personal copy, you must act now.
To order David Carradine's Tai Chi, use your credit card and call toll-free 1-800-634-0600. That's 1-800-634-0600. Or send $19.95 plus $3.95 postage and handling to Tai Chi, P.O. Box 2001-CA, Murray Hill Station, New York, New York. That's Tai Chi, P.O. Box 2001-CA, Murray Hill Station, New York, New York.
Okay, delighted we do have time for another fall here, as the first one, 3 or 4 minute fall with Brian Christopher and Wolfie D taking the measure of Dan Childers and Ali Ben Khan. And we're about ready to go with number 2, David.
It's going to be Wolfie D starting against Dan Childers. That's the way it officially ended up after fall number 1. What Brian Christopher and Wolfie D have to do is avoid being pinned. But then we've got some time. Remember, it's an expiration of time match, and we got some time to wrestle here. We might have time for 2 or 3 falls.
Yes, sir. Wolfie D takes that arm, turns it over, and Dan Childers return the favor, steps into a side headlock, and Wolfie, a nice tag while, as he jumps over Wolfie. Hold it, what's behind him? Bam! Wolfie D. We just have Wolfie tag him, and he did.
You know, during first fall, you mentioned that both Brian and Wolfie come from the new generation of supreme confidence. They both come from a background of when they came into the USWA, both very young, and both of them with a total disregard for anything except winning matches. They have both since had a change. They understand it takes more than just going out and going all out to consistently win matches, and as a result, their careers have been incredibly successful. Brian, of course, the USWA heavyweight champion right now.
Childers fired off into the ropes, goes over the top. Nice leapfrog by Brian Christopher, does it very easily. Big high sailing hip toss. Long as we got it warmed up, let's use it again as he takes Ali Ben Khan over the hip and down on the mat. Brian Christopher looking good. And Ali Ben Khan steps out, and Dan Childers says, "Give me a tag." Don't even bother to have your hand on the turnbuckle.
No. Yeah, might as well disregard that. I don't think Brian Christopher cares if he made the legal tag or not. Just bring him on in here. Brian calmly waiting for him.
I'm looking at Wolfie D outside the ropes over there. He was doing his supremely confident move. Big knee to the midsection of Brian Christopher. And Ali Ben Khan, a whip across the ring. Comes flying off. Does Christopher 1-2? I thought he had him right there, but he couldn't keep the weight distributed. He was a little too far forward, and he rolled out underneath. Bets laid plans, as they say. Ripping right hand from Christopher on that side headlock. Nails Ali Ben Khan. Looks like he wants a knee. He gets a knee. Tag goes to Wolfie D.
Wolfie D has been enjoying himself. We've been watching him over in the corner. He's waving to us. He's smiling. He feels like he's got a good partner here today, and they've pretty well got this one in hand if they'll just keep their wits about them. There's a cover, count of 2. Yep, Ali Ben Khan able to break out at the 2 count. Khan is built like a fire plug. He's short, but he is stocky, carries lots of weight, low center of gravity. When you get him off his feet, he has proven so far hard to keep the shoulders pinned down.
You know, I was watching referee Kevin Christian, who was over here talking to Dan Childers. It looked like he was telling him about stay in the corner and don't be coming in there. I was thinking to myself, I don't think Childers really wants to get in there that bad with Christopher and Wolfie D. because they're running on top gear right now as Brian Christopher puts Ali Ben Khan where he's going to have to make a tag out. He dropped down on him hard, and look at Wolfie D across the ring. He is indeed having some fun. And that's what it's all about here on the USWA Championship Wrestling. Dave Brown, Lance Russell, along with Corey Macklin every week, hoping that you're having that fun. Watch this. Uh-oh. Wolfie a little too confident, Dave, and that's what can happen.
Yep, that can hurt you. And Ali Ben Khan seizes the moment, goes after Wolfie D, and from outside, Childers rakes him across the eyes. Brian Christopher trying to get in to even it up. He's sent back to the corner by the referee, and Wolfie D goes into the ropes. This time he catches Ben Khan, though, with a double right hand. Over to the corner. Is he tagging Brian? Yes, he is. Here comes Brian Christopher. Brian knows that was a mistake that Wolfie made. Nothing intentional there. They're right back into the teamwork.
And the beat goes on coming from Wolfie D and Brian Christopher, who are very definitely have the leg up in this match, so to speak. That time he didn't duck out of the way. He held him firm, and Wolfie D ripped Ali Ben Khan, and he got Khan down for a count of 1. Dan Childers jumped in with a foot to kick Wolfie D, or we'd had the second fall over with. And a count of 1 again, and that's all he can get. Wolfie D having a hard time staying down there when Dan Childers insists on coming in there without benefit of tag. Speaking of tags, one went to Brian Christopher.
And he came in and he immediately tagged Ali Ben Khan with a big right hand that stunned him. Brian slides out of the ring, pops him again. This time Ali Ben Khan flips back into the ring. Brian is right there, picks him up. Does he use the hair? Yeah, he does. And, oh, there's Wolfie D with a right hand coming in. I think Wolfie D is still making him pay for when Wolfie accidentally hit Brian earlier in the match. You got them all 4 in. Look out, what's going to happen? Off the ropes, Wolfie D, Brian Christopher, double sunset. 1, 2, 3. He's counted out. It's 2 falls in a row for Brian Christopher and Wolfie D. Man, they have looked good here today in both falls of this expiration of time tag team match.
They were never, to be perfectly honest about it, really pressed in there with the opposition today, as they just had a little bit too much going. Both are very good athletes, and they are sure in the direction in which they're heading. So they came through with the first 2 falls of action, as Dan Childress and Ali Ben Khan will have to wait for another day and hopefully a lesser opponent if they're going to get back on the winning road.
Well, you're right. It's back to the drawing board for both of them individually and as a team. Will they stay as a team? Well, we don't know. We'll just have to wait and see later on down the road. A lot of action going on in the USWA this week and the last couple of weeks. Here's some highlights and maybe a little conversation about that.
That's good. Because there's no question, here's a couple of tough guys. With the arm, Samu turns it over, passes the tag to Fatu, headbutt into the shoulder, and Eddie's arm being wound up like a rubber band. Did you hear that chop? He unlaced his boots with that.
Boy, what a lick goes in! And Hot Shot gets out of there.
Gilbert with plenty of speed, and it pays off. With a big guy, you're crazy if you try to take him straight up and down. So Gilbert sidestepped, Samu hit the turnbuckle, and now the Dream Machine takes over. Double hands him right at the chin. Fatu coming up from his knees, takes another shot from the Dream. And with the knee called for by the Dream, Dream says, time to get out of here. Here, Eddie, you take it.
And here's Hot Shot. Look at there. He pulls a chain out, Lance. Over choking. Fatu of the head shrinkers, and Samu in. Trying to help his partner out. The referee's telling him no talking. You've got to get out of here, Samu.
Referee Kevin Christian was over with an argument stimulated by Scott Bowden on the floor. That's why he didn't see that chain come out. Dream Machine just used a chair and nailed Fatu right in the midsection. And you know, they think, well, here are these big WWF champions. They don't know about this roughhouse stuff. They may be sorely surprised, Corey.
Indeed, I know you remember from way back, Lance, a couple of guys that have been wrestling a long time are now the World Wrestling Federation champions. A little tag team action in there from the Head Shrinkers. Comes in and breaks up that hold. But Eddie Gilbert had his partner Fatu in there. It's the Dream Machine, Troy Graham. Comes in and must admit, no tag, big power slam.
Boy, he nailed him beautifully, clutched him, hooked the other arm over the shoulder, and did a complete spin with him, hammered him into the mat. But Dream got him before he got up, and now the tag goes to Eddie Gilbert. Here comes Samu. He's taken off first on Gilbert, then the Dream Machine, the whip. Troy Graham grabs a hair, but Samu right back up off the deck. Full spinning power slam, driving Gilbert into the mat. We're 10 minutes into the action. That's what does it with the Head Shrinkers. They doubled up, powered to Dream in. Oh, and Gilbert comes over, pulls the feet out from under. Dream Machine rolling up Fatu. Eddie Gilbert grabs the belt. Oh, wait, you're a little premature. Gilbert has a hold of the belt, but Troy Graham wasn't able to hold it. Dream Machine trying to make the move. Couldn't do it. Uh-oh. Using the belt. Dream Machine slams right on the head of Fatu. Then comes to Samu.
I mean, let's ring the bell. The referee says he wants to ring it.
Going to be a disqualification on Dream and Eddie Gilbert. Brawl going between Dream Machine and Fatu. Well, a face or two back in the USWA today. We had Jeff Gaylord in here. We had Mike Samples in
that
here.
could be trouble with Bert Prentice.
Oh, yeah, and Bert Prentice feeling good about being back on the particular side that he is on after trying to be almost civilized for 8 months in there. And it continues. I'm talking about next week. We'll do more of it right here, huh?
We certainly will. It should be another good one. It always is, it seems. We hope you'll be joining us for more USWA action then. Until then, for Lance Russell and Corey Macklin, I'm Dave Brown. So long, everybody.
The announcers on this program are selected and paid by parties other than this station, namely the promoters of USWA Championship Wrestling.
Okay, check it out. Some choices are easy. Should I smoke